And they pay you as high as 1,200 euros every month, including accommodation, and they feed you once a day.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that's amazing.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to another edition on Immigrate with Ammy. If you're coming here for the first time, if you're joining me for the first time, you are welcome. My name is Ammy. And today I'm here with the one and only Waka Waka Doctor. I'm sure some of you must have known him. He's everywhere on social media. He's on Instagram, Twitter, and also here on YouTube. Yeah, so he's here with me. He will be sharing some easy countries that one can easily migrate to, apart from Canada, the US, Australia, and New Zealand, and lots of them. Yeah. So, Doctor, thank you so much for coming. How are you?
Thank you so much, Amy. It's a pleasure being here. First time on your channel. Thank you very much for inviting me. I think that it's only nice for me to introduce myself. Everyone calls
Exactly.
me Waka Waka Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
The reason is simply because Waka Waka is an informal lingo. I'm an African, I'm Nigerian, and Waka Waka is used to describe someone who is always on the move, never
Right.
stops, always moving, and that has taken me to 61 different countries. I have worked in 5 or 6 different countries, and I have lived in almost about 8 of them, 8 different countries as well.
Right.
And that's me Waka Waka. And doctor because I'm a medical doctor. I see patients. That's my 9 to 5 job. And so, yeah, you get it, Waka Waka doctor.
Thank you so much for introducing yourself. I was also going to ask that question. Yeah. So, talking about immigration, right? A lot of people only think about immigrating to Canada, to the US, Australia, the UK. And the way immigration is going on right now, like the way everything is at the moment, is becoming more difficult, more expensive. So my question is, what are other countries, other affordable countries that one can easily migrate to, apart from the countries I just mentioned?
Fantastic. I mean, for people that know me already on all my social media platforms, I educate people in my own community. I tell them, I say, look, everyone is focused on the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. But they
Right.
forget that there are 195 countries in the world, 195 countries. So why are you focused on just five? And considering the current situation around the globe with the fluctuations in currency and the dynamics that take place with pounds and dollars and all that, it's becoming more expensive to travel abroad. Let's dive into these countries that you can move to that you will not spend a lot of money compared to these big five that we've called out. The first one that I always tell people, very, very free of charge. It's free, free, free. Let's start with the free ones. Germany. Okay. I always start with Germany because Germany has one of the best levels of education in the world. You know, it's a very par with the UK and the US in terms of the level of education. And Germany has more than 300 universities, and you can learn in English, and you don't need IELTS. So there's no worry. You know, those things you're afraid of, you don't need them. And it's tuition free for everybody. Okay, except you're going to the private universities. If you're going to the public university, it's free. Now, the only thing is that when you want to apply for visas, okay, you need to show that you are able to take care of yourself for that year when you're going to be in Germany.
Yeah.
And so they call something a blocked account. That blocked account means that you would transfer the equivalent of 10,000 euros into an account of yours that is open in Germany. You put that money in there. When you get to Germany, the account is yours, but they'll be giving it to you bit by bit, bit by bit. They won't give you all the money, they'll give it to you in bits. Now, for all the countries that I'm going to mention, it's important to know this that there are two ways you can go there. It's either you go as a student or you go as a worker. Okay, your career can open doors for you, or you go as a student. Now, if you're going as a student, you need to have these documents that I'm sure that Ammy must have shared in some of our videos before. You need to make sure that you have your transcript. You need to make sure that you have your academic CV. You need to make sure that you have your previous degree. You need to make sure that you have your international passport. You need to make sure that you have your statement of purpose or your motivational letter. For Germany, the website you want to go, in fact, if you just Google uniassist.de, at uniassist.da, that's for Germany. Or you just say UniAssist Germany. It comes out on Google. You would find a list of universities that are there. They are free. Click on any one of them. See if they have the course you're looking for. If they have the course you're looking for, apply. And you would see that it's free. Okay. Now, Germany also has a work pathway that you can get a job from outside Germany and come and work in Germany. And they have a website dedicated for that. It's called workingermany.de or workingermany.com. Workingermany.com actually. Forget the first one I called. So it's workingermany.com. Okay. And you will find several jobs there. And I'm sure that at the end of this video, in the description box, Ammy is also going to put some of these links for you to be able to see and click on. So Germany has this policy or this program where you're able to get a job from outside as a very high skilled migrant or as a skilled migrant, medium labor, because of the shortage occupation in Germany as a whole. So they are looking for migrants to come fill up the spaces. Some of these occupations require you to learn the language. Others are in English. Of course, if you learn the language, it's an advantage. They need, some of them require B1 proficiency. Some of them just A1 proficiency. Okay, so that's working in Germany. It's also important for me to also state that Germany is one of the few countries that have vocational studies. So it means that if you don't have a degree at all, but you've got skills, you can cook, you're a chef, you're a plumber, you're a welder, you're an electrician, you can go to Germany to learn in their vocational schools. Germany has the largest number of vocational schools in the world, okay? And you can go there for free. Remember that I said the cons of this is that you need to transfer equivalent of 10,000 euros into a block account in Germany in your name. You will not be able to touch the money until you get to Germany, and they will now give you access to the account, but you'll be removing it little by little. So that's Germany. Of course, because of time constraints, I will not be able to tell you the full details of each country.
Right.
But the good thing is that I've got full videos on my channel that you can just watch if you decide to. Okay, so that's Germany. The second one is Norway. Norway is very free, you know. Norwegian Business School, Nord University, Arctic University in Norway. They have about 8 universities, Stavanger University, that are they're all free to everybody. It's similar to Germany in that you don't need IELTS, it's taught in English. The only difference between Germany and Norway is, remember that I said for Germany, you send the money and they'll be giving it to you in bits.
Right.
For Norway, when you get to Norway, they will give you an ATM card and you can withdraw all the money. If you can remove it at once, you can remove it 10 times. It's up to you. So I always tell people, of course, you have daily limits, so you might not be able to remove it once at once.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell people that want to go to Germany, so even if you have to take a loan, take a loan. Okay, when you get to Germany, you will withdraw the money and refund to the person. And of course, bear in mind that all these countries allow you to work while you study. And for Germany and Norway, you can move family. That's it. Fantastic. So that's Germany and Norway.
Norway.
The third that a lot of people don't know that is free is Iceland. Iceland Iceland. Free. The only thing you have to do to get admission in Iceland is write IELTS and pay $500. That's it. If you can
That's
write
so
IELTS,
easy.
yeah, if you can write IELTS and pay $500 for application fee, you will get admission. And I know as you're watching this video, you're like, I can't write IELTS. But it's easy. Just write IELTS. Give them $500. They will interview you, and that's it. You get the admission. Okay, and you don't need to pay fees. The proof of funds for Norway is about 8 to 10,000 euros. Okay, it's just proof of funds. You're not sending money to anybody. Just proof of funds in your bank statement that you got 8 to 10,000 euros. Okay, and that's it. Note that these countries offer 18 months to 2 years post-study visa, so which means that when you graduate, you will have 18 months to 2 years to work and start your life and get jobs and work towards permanent residency and citizenship. Okay? So that's 3 countries I mentioned. The fourth one is Austria. I love Austria so much because the more I feel I know about Austria, the more I'm shocked about things that other people have found out that I didn't even know. And I'll tell you why. So when I made a video about Austria on my channel, I said Austria was very, very affordable. You know, you can pay the tuition fees for Austria is about 370 euros. Some university charge as low as 370 euros. Others charge as low as the highest you pay is 750 euros. Okay, in Austria, and it's in English. You don't need IELTS, and I thought that was it. Only for me to find out, some people sent me email. It was actually one person who sent me an email that said he had a third class, and he just said he just tried, and they gave him admission. No questions asked. So I was shocked that so Austria accepts third class, and I saw another person who applied with an HND, national diploma, just applied and got the admission. No stress. The only thing with Austria is there's a process. Okay, you need to legalize your documents, which means that you need to take your previous degree, you need to take your WIEC certificate, you need to take your, any certifications you have, take it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or the Austrian embassy in your home country and let them legalize it. I promise you, Austria is very, very tedious, but it's worth it because it would take maybe like 3 weeks for them to investigate and find out if your documents are real and authentic. Once it's done, smooth. Okay, so it's very, very easy. It's cheap. I said 350 euros to 300 to 750 euros. That's it. And they've got about 6 universities that are fantastic. 6. Their medical university in Austria is fantastic. The one in Vienna is fantastic. They've got the University of Agricultural Sciences. They've got technological schools. It's fantastic. And the city itself is amazing. And you don't need a blocked account too. So Austria is another good choice. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5 is Poland. Unfortunately, if you're watching from Nigeria, I'm sorry, Poland is not for you. But we know that we have mixed audience, so let's give Poland to those who are not Nigerians. Poland is also ridiculously cheap because you can spend as low as 1,000 euros to get admission in Poland. And this is the truth. And the reason why I said Nigeria, sorry, because they are finding it difficult at the moment to get visa appointments. So it's a tough time for those who want to go to Poland. But for other countries, you can apply. Kenya, South Africa, Zimbabwe, whatever. Check out Poland. The universities there don't require IELTS. It's the same thing. Just the tuition is about 1,000 to 2,200, depending on the university you find. And, just go to studyinpoland.pl, studyinpoland.pl, and you find a list of universities that you can apply to. And you don't need to legalize your documents. It's a pretty straightforward process. It takes usually about 4 months to complete the whole thing and you'll be in Poland. So Poland is a fantastic choice. Another one is Czech Republic. In fact, the university, well, there are several universities, but the one I love the most because it's very cheap is University of Bata. University of Bata is 980 euros. 980 euros. It's amazing. Again, everything. No need for IELTS yet. You'll be taught in English. The only comma with Czech Republic is that they will interview you. So when you get the admission, it's usually provisional. Then they will interview you. So their interview, they will give you maths question. They will give you English question. They want to see if your critical reasoning and all that, verbal reasoning, is it there? So it's like a 30 minutes test, and if you pass, then they give you the admission. But that's a very good choice for you. And again, Czech Republic, you can move with your family, you can work while you study. And it's definitely one of the EU countries, and it gives you access to the whole EU zone. So that's another country you should think about. I'd like to also talk about Italy. And the reason why Italy is on my lips is because Italy has two fantastic scholarships that people are not aware of. They have the Italian government scholarship and the Italian regional scholarship. Now, note that even without these scholarships, tuition in Italy is as low as 1,500, 2,000, maybe around 2,500 euros maximum for most courses. But the Italian regional scholarship, for instance, gives you an opportunity to earn money if you can prove to the Italian government that your family earns less than $500. So how do you prove to someone that my family earns less than $500? Get a letter of employment for your family to state your salary a month. Get your bank statement. Let them see that the salary is coming in and it's less than $500 per month. Okay? And if your family earns less than $500, that's possible. So it means for Nigerians watching, that's like 300,000 naira per month. A lot of families earn more than that. So it's not difficult to prove. And they pay you as high as 8,200 euros every month, including accommodation, and they feed you once a day.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that's amazing. So that's the Italian regional scholarship. Then the Italian government scholarship also exists, where they pay all your tuition. Italian government scholarship comes in about 900 euros per month as stipend, and they pay for your tuition. So think about Italy as well. So I said, aside from the fact that Italy has low tuition of like between 1,500 to 2,500, you still have those two amazing scholarship opportunities that a lot of people don't use. Now, the next countries I'm going to talk about are going to cause a bit of people to say, But remember that I told you from the start, if where you're going to is better than where you are at the moment, then these countries are definitely options for you. And they are Mexico and Brazil. Yes, Mexico and
Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Brazil is free. Brazil is free. Mexico is $500 a year.
Wow.
Okay. And they have, so the thing is, yes, Mexico, they speak Spanish, but you have 25% of courses. If your course is an English taught course, you can learn in English. Otherwise, when you get admission, they will teach you, they will give you language course for free.
Okay.
They give you language course for free, you learn Spanish, and then you start your master's degree. Your master's degree is $500. Mexico is number 25 in the world with respect to the passport, 25th strongest passport in the world. Okay, gives you access to more than 120 countries. The unemployment rate in Brazil and Mexico is less than 10%. So compare it with where you're coming from and see.
You're
the
right.
unemployment rate in my own country, let us not say it, I'll just zip my mouth. You know?
A lot of Brazilians are coming into Portugal. We have so many of them.
Yeah. So because, and the reason is because, number one, Brazil and Portugal, same
They speak
language.
same language, yeah?
Yes, Portugal may be slightly better than Brazil. So it's again like we started moving from a place that's better than where you are, that gives you better opportunities. But you cannot be Nigerian and be complaining that you're moving to Mexico. Mexico is better than where you are. You know what I mean? So that's the idea. So back to what we're saying. Brazil offers free education to everybody. And in fact, if you go as a couple and you marry and you give birth in Brazil or Mexico, your children get immediate citizenship. And you can become a citizen in 3 years. 3 years. Isn't that great? Fantastic. So those are some of the things you want to keep in mind. And I've got 2 videos on my YouTube channel that describe how to move to these countries. Of course, we will not leave here without talking about countries like Luxembourg, countries like France, countries like Spain, okay? Countries like Ammy's country as well, Portugal, that's affordable, countries like Estonia. And these countries, the maximum you spend on tuition is 2,500 euros if you're going to a public university.
Even in Portugal, it's not up to that.
Yeah,
we have schools that are very cheap.
Very cheap. Very cheap. Very cheap. So it's all about deciding, deciding and telling yourself that, okay, look, let me go spend 5 years in this country that's better than mine at the moment. Right. And from there, I can go to the UK. From there, I can go and live in the US. From there, I can go and live in Canada. From there, I can go and live in Australia. So in this video, we talked about Germany, we talked about Austria, Germany, Norway, Iceland, Austria. We talked about Czech Republic. Yeah, we talked about Poland as well. And I made mention of Italy. And then I said, worthy mentions Luxembourg, Spain, France, Estonia, and even Portugal. Again, because of time, it will be difficult to dive into each of these countries. But the core thing is, note that their fees are very, very low. One. Number two, you don't need IELTS yet because you can simply get documentation from the university saying that you were taught in English and that would suffice. They are English short courses and you can move with your family. And if you want to watch full videos as to any of these countries, you can head on to my own YouTube channel and watch full videos that describe it. So it's been a pleasure coming here, and I hope that I've been able to do justice to exactly what you want me to do.
You did, actually, you did. And it's very informative, Doctor, because I never knew about some of these countries. So I'm going to go out there and do more research so that I can make a video about them. Thank you so much. This will definitely help my audience. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. And have a beautiful day. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Bye.